Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kendra, and if you're brand new, hey there, hi, glad to see you. And if you're not new, welcome back, friends. If you would like to see what we have going today, it's going to be a what's for dinner. I'm going to show you what I have here, and then I'll show you after it's prepared, and probably some preparation as well. So it's a use it or lose it, use it up or lose it kind of thing. So we'll start with the main course. And this has been in my freezer for some time. It says here I bought it, yikes, July 14th of 21. So it's boneless, skinless thighs. And back then it cost me a grand total of $5.11. Not bad. So I'm going to do that up with this barbecue sauce that I have left here. So I'm sure this is probably plenty, right? When does this go? This isn't gone yet, not till this summer, but we go through barbecue sauce here pretty quick. And I like to get the cheap stuff. Every once in a blue moon I'll get the expensive stuff, but not very often. I have no idea where this came from. But it's barbecue sauce, and it's Sweet Baby Ray's. Truth be told, this is my favorite. So I'm going to use that little one up first because it's just sealed with a little foil, and I don't know where it came from, how long we've had it. Okay, so that'll be the main course. I'll bake it in the oven, barbecue style. I'll bake it until it's crisp, add the barbecue sauce, put it back in, get it nice and crispier with that sugary barbecue sauce. You know how that does? It's always a yum yum. Okay, I'm going to serve it with this Cracker Barrel. What is the expiration on this? I got 5 boxes for $1.29 at grocery outlet. It was expired. Nope, it doesn't expire until the 23rd of April of this year. So I don't understand why it was so inexpensive. Hold on. Okay, sorry. All right, so barbecue chicken, boxed white cheddar macaroni and cheese, and then I've got 3 pounds of asparagus here that I never did cook. It's still in good shape with, dry, tight ends and all of that. Anyway, I'm going to roast that in the oven with some oil and some onion powder and some salt, and make it kind of crispy on the ends, And I snap mine in half. I don't cut them. I snap, and they snap off where the good Lord intended them to snap off. I'll show you what I mean when I do it. That's just my way. I'm just being silly. Okay, so this, another thing that was in my freezer, and it expired the 9th of December. Not bad. It was in the freezer. It'll be fine, right? I'll unroll these and I'll pack them full of peach pie filling. I'll put a coating on top of the crust to make it a glazy, sugary kind of thing with some cinnamon sugar. I will also put some extra cinnamon in these peaches, cinnamon sugar in the peach filling. So you can use 1 can, but I find that it makes a better pie when you use 2 cans, because a lot of times these canned pie fillings are lacking. They're lacking bad in the actual fruit, and there's a lot of, the gel, which is fine, it's peach-flavored gel, whatever, but this will give us more fruit. I also sometimes like to cut the fruit into either thirds or halves so that there's more of the actual whole fruit to go around the entire pie. All right, that is that, I believe. Yes, chicken, macaroni and cheese, asparagus, peach pie. We're good. And I think that was all I was going to show you. And I'll be back in a few. All right, so I'm going to use this dish. It's not quite, it's maybe a 9 by 9, maybe. I don't know what it is. Sorry. So in relation, here is how much does this weigh? A 40-ounce peanut butter. That's best I can do. It doesn't have the measurements on it. I've got oil, pepper, salt, and onion powder down. I'm going to put these, these chicken thighs skin side down so that they will get a crisp on the skin first, and then I'll flip them over and do the other side, and they'll get more flavor. About halfway through, I'll flip them over, so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. And I won't, like I said, I think already, I won't put on any of the barbecue sauce until the last 10 minutes or so. Sorry about the focus. I'll show you when I'm done. There we go. They're all skin side down, and they fit like they were belonging together, this pan and that container of chicken. So skin side down on top of the oil and the seasonings, and I'm going to cover this. Let's go over here because, you know, I never get tired of looking at that. It is so much better. Just grab my foil to fight with anything. Love it. Anyway, cover it with foil and do it for 30 minutes. Nah, 25. There we go, and I'm going to set the timer for 25 minutes. Take the lid off, turn them over, and I'm back, and I wanted to explain to you what I meant by snap them. So I don't know if you've done this yourself or you know someone else who does, but this is how I separate, I feel like, the tender from the more rough, strong, stringy stems. So I just go like this, and wherever it snaps, this part goes in the garbage bowl. And this part goes in the bowl to be washed with the other 2 pounds. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I got some nail polish on my skin here. I was trying to hurry. I got some new black pajamas from Walmart. Yes, I did. And these pajamas they're black, and that's why I painted my nails green. I thought, how very St. Patrick's Day looking. They don't look like pajamas, though. They look like actual... like loungewear, or, you know, like, I don't know. Anyway, the point is I can put my hands in the pockets on this top and reach down until almost my elbow. They're amazing. I was stunned. Okay, the reason I was stunned is because first I got the first pair I ordered. Both came from Walmart, supposedly, but they were that second, the alternative carrier or something. So both of these came direct from China. This one took, maybe 3 weeks, which, you know, wasn't bad, I guess. I'm used to it because I'm old, and back when I was younger, it took a long time to get your stuff in the mail. But the second one that I got yesterday took a whole lot longer, close to 6.5, 7 weeks. I emailed and I said, I want my money back. This is ridiculous. I don't even want them anymore. And so the guy answers back in broken English, and he says something like, be patient with us. It left. It's on its way. It'll be there by March 19th, I think he said. Well, it did. It arrived on the 13th. So, okay. Anyway, I opened it up thinking, yeah, you know, I'm excited to see, because it was a flowery, here comes some HORSES, and he sees it. Only one. Okay, because usually they come in a pack. They're going down. Yeah, no, you be quiet. That's just a big dog. Don't worry about it. Anyway, they go across the road here to the park, and they ride their horses through. Anyway, I opened up this package thinking I would be excited because it would be as good as this. And the legs on it, you could be 6'2" and it would be perfect. And I am not. So, you know, it's not their fault that I ordered the wrong size. But then I started looking at it, and I took pictures, and I will show you. It's almost 100% polyester. This is not. This is very cottony. Almost 100% polyester. The threading on it is crooked, and there are places where the thread is just left up in loops and never really connects with the polyester fabric. I think I paid about $30 for them too. I hate a lose-lose. You know, it makes you scared to buy anything. And I hate going in and going to the store myself anymore. Anyway, I'll quit babbling about that. I love these. I'll be wearing these. And I just like the way they looked, and that's why I put that. Okay, I'm going to finish up with this. Darn it. To remember which one goes in which bowl. And then I'm going to wash them, and then I'm going to put them on a baking dish, like a cookie sheet with foil on it. And I'll show you what I got. Thank you for watching. I wanted to show you this. There were 2 of this like this in the whole 3 pounds, so pretty good. This is what I have left to wash And, well, I just rinse it with clear water, you know, several times and mush it around. And then I'm gonna, after I rinse it, I'm gonna put it on this cookie sheet, right? Yes, you can see that. So watch this. Yeah, when they don't, whoop, it finally snapped, but no go. I want it to be real, I want it to be fresh, snappy. So off I go to wash. So everything but the pepper that I did with the chicken, I'm not gonna put pepper, I'm gonna put down in this pan. So this is just olive oil that I get from Costco. I didn't say I was going. He snapped his head around and looked at me, the dog. Tell me you go to Costco too often without telling me you go to Costco too often. That was onion powder and this is salt. I put some on the top too. This is freshly washed. Got a little bit of drippies left in it. I think I'll bring this over here. Oh boy. That'll just make it nice. And I'll put it down as best I can. Flat. This is like a jelly roll pan, you know, so it's the biggest one I have. This will get eaten. We haven't had asparagus since last year, probably in the summer. And so it's a favorite. The guys will just eat it up. Oh, I didn't show you how much stems I came up with. I wish I had chickens. I can't put it out right now because it'll bring along the deer, probably. Did I tell you the wolf story? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I'm going to tell you right now real quick. So the other night, I felt like something wasn't right. And sometimes when I wake up like that, it's because it's 3 a.m. and one of the boys hasn't come home yet. Grown men. I call them boys. Well, I look out front. He's there. And I think, okay, well, sometimes I feel like that because there's some activity of raccoons or deer or whatever out front. And so I sit down and I look at the cameras. And what do I see? At 9:20 p.m., I was even awake at 9:20 p.m. I'm pretty sure I was awake, but the curtains were all closed. A wolf, a gray wolf. I'm not going to swear to it because it would be a rare thing. There have been sightings here, but it would be rare. Okay, it meandered up the driveway. It wasn't sketchy like you would see a coyote be, because a lot of people have been saying, because on our community town page, they've been saying, oh, it was just a well-fed coyote. Don't worry about it. I didn't show anybody pictures yet. I sent the pictures to the Washington State Fish and Wildlife. They've got a whole, do you have pictures? What time was it? Where was it? What did it look like? Did it look healthy? Was it a lone wolf? Was it a pack? You know, that kind of thing. All of that's done. Waiting to hear back. So what was I saying? Okay, so it wasn't sketchy like you see coyotes act that way. It was definitely not a fox. It was big. It was gray. And so my one of my kids goes, Mom, my camera was black and white. Of course it was gray. It was a coyote, Mom. No, it wasn't a coyote. It had a different muzzle. It had different ears. They were shaped different. And it freaked me out. Okay, I was like, well, 9:20 p.m. a lot of times I open up the garage door and my poodles just take off for the yard to do their business before we go to bed. So that's had me a little bit freaked out. I didn't sleep last night, by the way. I stayed awake until 4 a.m. and then I went to bed and I slept until 7:30. No, 8. I slept until 8. Anyway, so that's, why did I start telling you that? Oh, I don't want to draw in any animals for him to think this is a great buffet here, because the deer already come through. And we have a bunny population you wouldn't believe. I remember when we first moved in here, I texted my mom and I said, it's Wild Kingdom out here, because I had moved from, you know, town to the country part of town. Anyway, I'm going to put these in the oven as soon as the chicken is done and roast them. When these are done, the pie goes in. So next thing I'm going to do, the last thing I'll do is this. Next thing I'll do is the pies. And that's that. I don't think I realized that I didn't press the film button. I did a whole thing on this. Okay, so I got everything I need. I've got my pie filling. I've got the extras that I'm going to put in it to make it, you know, a little bit more than it would be if you were just making it with mix, like canned. Cinnamon and some vanilla. Got a nice pie pan here. I'm just going to cut the peaches into little pieces. I opened up my, now remember this was out of date since December of last year. First thing I noticed was this, and I thought, well, I'll just use this for that. No, I'll use this for the bottom crust. But then I got a whiff, and it smells like, you know, a soury smell, like when the dough or bread gets old. It has that soury smell, and not sourdough. And then I noticed the color differences going on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and bag this, and we're not going to make a pie today. Instead of Pie Day cobbler sounds in order, I'll just put, you know, cobbler topping on top, and the kids will like it every bit as much. So that's that. I'm on to doing different stuff. Here we go. I have 2 cans of peach pie filling, Duncan Hines Wilderness Simply Peach, no artificial preservatives or flavors. And so I put in about a teaspoon extra of cinnamon and 2 teaspoons of, you know, just vanilla. So here's the cinnamon I used, and here's the vanilla. And I know because I measured. I didn't want to go wrong with this. So rather than using flour and oats out of, you know, regular oatmeal, I'm going to do this. I've got about, what is that, 4 teaspoons, because it's half a stick of cold cut butter. And I've got, from this, I chose the cinnamon and spice variety, and Drat, I only have 2, so I might end up having to use another one. I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, I'm going to sprinkle that on the top, and that's how it'll be baked as my cobbler today. Okay, I mixed the cereal and the cold butter. I cubed it little, you know, and now I'm putting it in on top here. I'm trying to see if you guys can see while I'm doing it. It's less topping than I wanted, but I didn't want to put in one of the other flavors because they were apple, cinnamon, and maple brown sugar, and I just didn't want maple in it, or apples. I don't know. I didn't want it to, it's got actual apples in it too, and I want it to be peachy and not appley. So there's the last of it, and kind of spread the love there. Sun's out today. It's a pretty day, but it's still kind of cold. Anyway, that's that. The asparagus just came out of the oven, and the chicken went in for the last, with the sauce on it, the barbecue sauce, for its last glazing. Here's the last thing. The pie is in the oven right now. A pie. The cobbler is in the oven right now. And then as soon as it comes out, I'll just leave it on the counter, you know, to cool. But here's the stuff. I thought it was going to be powder, and I'd have to add milk and butter. And I have a grocery delivery tomorrow. I can't remember when it is, but I'm trying to conserve my last pound butter. I go get more out of the freezer, and I really should. In fact, I think I really should, and maybe I will. But anyway, I was conserving my butter. And so it turns out all I have to do is squeeze the packet on, you know, kind of like the Kraft Deluxe. So I'm interested to see how the kids like this, because if they do, I'm going to haul a few more boxes in here if they still have it. If things are on a good sale down at Grocery Outlet, it disappears. So you got to get it while they get it. All done. So let me show you. First, I've got the barbecue thighs, and there's no bones or skin, so I would have preferred it that way, but these are just boneless, skinless. And then here's the roasted asparagus. Oops, I'm trying to cover it, not dump my towel in it. And, oh, well, first let's go over here, and here's that box of macaroni and cheese that was so inexpensive, like 29 cents each. And it's, you saw, it's white cheddar. And finally, here is how the peach cobbler should have been Pie Day pie turned out. It's not bad looking. It smells heavenly. Yeah, it smells like peaches, vanilla, cinnamon. It just smells really good. And I have done an apple cobbler with this Quaker instant oatmeal packets before, and it's always really good because it comes with its own sweetener. I didn't add any brown sugar or anything else to it other than the vanilla, butter, and cinnamon. So there you have it, and that is dinner. And I'm going to plate up a plate and show it to you. Here we go. The guys are going to be rolling in one at a time from anywhere from right now until the last one will probably get home around 5:30. Yeah. So here's my plate. Barbecued thigh, chicken thigh, white macaroni and cheese, fresh asparagus roasted, and this wonderful peach cobbler, which I tell you what is my favorite part. Well, no, it's between the asparagus. It'd be a hard fight. I'm going to wash it down with some iced tea and call it a day. If you like what you saw, I do a lot of what's for dinner recipes, shopping hauls, chatter, and apparently I do a lot of cry wolf stories. We'll see if I'm right. I'm telling you, it walked different. It walked like it owned the place. You know, you see a coyote walking, and even if they're a big coyote, they do kind of a bounce walk, and then they'll stop and they'll do a little bit of a tweaker's, jerk, weird walks. But anyway, could have been a big dog for all I know. I guess I'll find out. So if you like this kind of thing, I hope you'll consider subscribing, and you'll consider give me a thumbs up today and leave a comment. Have you ever seen a wolf in real life? I've only seen them at the zoo until now. Take care. Bye-bye.